Hey there, here are 25 travel tips and hacks for flying in an airplane. If you have not flown in a long time or you are an avid traveler or commute to work, these 25 travel hacks will help you while you are on the airplane. Be sure to stick around to the end to find 2 travel gadgets that I found that are phenomenal for airplane travel. When you travel, this first tip for the airplane is to download the airline's app onto your phone for helpful tips before you even get to the airport. Many airlines have a free onboard entertainment system that you can only get to if you have the airline's app. And one of the airlines we were on last year even tells you where the plane you are flying is coming from, and it tells you what seats are open and which seats you could move your seat to. Very helpful tips on the airline's app. Another travel tip is to take all of your items from your personal bag out right when you get on the airplane and put them in the back seat or the seat back pocket of the airplane. And that way in the middle of the flight, you're not like smushing your face against the airplane seat trying to get to your personal item bag to find that one journal or pen or book that you meant to get out before the airplane took off. Per FAA rules with each airline, you are usually allowed one personal item and one large carry-on. And the carry-on can be a suitcase, it can be a duffel bag with certain airline requirements for the size and dimensions. And for some countries, you have to follow the weight limit rules per airline. But these 2 bags can be allowed on the airplane. Some gate agents are going to be very strict with saying you can only have these 2 bags. You may not have a crossbody on or a shopping bag in addition to these 2. And the reason for their strict attitude, not rude attitude, but strict performance, is that because of this plan that the airline has with the FAA, they will get a large fine if the FAA sees that this airline is not obeying this plan and they're allowing people more bags, that kind of thing. That's why they're so strict. Now, I do not know what the right rule is with the new fanny packs that people are wearing, or the belt bag as they're now called, or a crossbody. It is a little subjective to each gate agent, but if they say something, just stuff it down in your personal item bag until you get there or until you get on the airplane, and then put it away when you're getting off the airplane if they say something. Another airplane tip is to make sure you bring headphones for the old kind of jacks for the airplane's entertainment system, as well as the new kind of jack that goes with your phone if you're going to be using your phone to watch the entertainment system or listen to a podcast or something. Another travel tip for the airplane is to make sure that your phone is on airplane mode. Take it from me and another subscriber that your phone could be dead in just an hour or so. And that's why I always carry a power bank, and it plugs into your phone and charges your phone. I have recently bought this one like in January because this one is only a little bit larger than my single charge one, and it will charge your phone 2 full times, like really good for going across the pond. But another airplane tip is when you use this plug and plug in your phone to the seat below you, like some airlines have. If you sit in a special section, you can plug in a phone and they have outlets. Sometimes that outlet is really loose, like it's almost been stripped. And so your plug to charge your phone or your power bank, it will not stay in that outlet underneath the seat in front of you. So what we suggest for a travel hack is to use blue tape, because it can be unstuck and stuck again and again and reused, that you use that to secure that plug into the outlet, as well as when you're in a hotel room. That's a great hack. And you just pack that easily in your bag. Another travel tip for the airplane is to know that the row of seats in front of the exit rows does not recline most of the time, because the back of your seat is part of the exit row. I think the 737s now that are flying so much around the United States, they are uncomfortable. They have you slumped in a slumped position in the upright seat position, and it is so sore on my back. So I like to recline it to be have good posture. Another travel tip is to know that the airplane seats near the lavatories are going to be busier. And that just means you're going to have more traffic. People are going to be looking at your computer or your phone or what you're writing. But what else are they going to look at, right? A travel tip for the airplane, especially if you have not flown in a long time, is to know that all electronics can be used while you are parked at the gate and in the boarding area. But when you're on the airplane, they all can be used. But when that boarding door closes, all laptops have to be put away. You can still use your phone, but pay attention to your airline's app. When I get on board on some planes, I log on to their Wi-Fi, okay? And that gives me access to their entertainment system once I get up in the air. After like the 10,000 feet beep goes off. I think that's how it works. But know that sometimes you have to connect to their Wi-Fi at the gate and then turn the airplane mode on in order to access their app while you're up in the air or to access their entertainment system. And it might be you have to do the airplane mode first and then get on the Wi-Fi later if it's free. Now, I have heard that a lot of the 737 planes are having some trouble with their Wi-Fi working up in the air, so you're not always guaranteed that you'll have that onboard entertainment. So have a podcast you can listen to, have a journal there, have a book online or a real book for an alternative. One of my favorite travel tips is to download your boarding pass to get through security onto your phone and take a screenshot of it so that it's in your photos section of your phone. But here's my tip. Know that the original gate that's on your boarding pass or in your email from the night before could be changed that day, whether or not they've had to move planes around. So refresh that app before you get to the airport, or just look at the TV monitors when you get inside the airport to make sure where your gate is going to be parked at. By the way, if you are enjoying this Travel Tips by Laurie video, give me a little ring-a-ling-a-ling on the bell down below. Another travel tip is to make sure on the airplane you open coffee creamers away from you because they spit. And the same goes for salad dressing cups. Open them away from you because of the pressurization once you get in the air. Once you get in the air, it could get stains on your clothes. When you cover up with a blanket, it may be common sense, but just know to have your seatbelt on the outside of it if you're planning on taking a nap, because if the seatbelt sign comes on, you don't want them to have to wake you to say, is your seatbelt buckled? They need to see that seatbelt is buckled, so keep it on top of your blanket or your jacket. My personal tip is to not go barefooted or just wear socks walking through the airplane and into the lavatory. There is urine, there is leftover throw up, there are splatters of whatever in the carpet, on the carpet, as well as especially in the bathroom. A summer airline travel tip is to know that summer means thunderstorms, which equal delays, especially if you're flying in the afternoon. Chicago can have a thunderstorm in the early morning hours. Everywhere else, they can have thunderstorms any time of day as well, so be prepared for delays. We try to always give ourselves at least a 2-hour connection time if we are having to connect through a different airport, especially in the summer for weather. I used to have a pop socket on the back of my phone, but now I use this little stretchy thing because I feel like it's more secure. On an airplane though, I need to prop my phone up, and I found a gadget that you might like. It is the thinness and the weight of a credit card, so it fits right there in my travel wallet. And what you do is you pop up the end here. It's like a little metal plastic thing, and then you pull this part up and it fits through the slot at the beginning, at the front of this metal card. And then you can put your phone right here. You just lift up these little two plastic things right here. Easy peasy, and it really works. And then when you're done, you just unfold it, snap that into place, and put it right back in your travel wallet. My friend also had one that attaches to your phone and holds like credit cards and stuff like that. And it is very secure. They've never lost a card in years. But what she likes is that the back props up, just snaps out, and it's an immediate phone prop. And then you just slap it down to make it secure again, or flush with your phone again. I will link both of these below in the description box for you. On one of my 2 travel hack videos, I talk about this travel hack to also hold your phone up. You just use a sandwich baggie and poke a hole in it where the tray top hook would go through. It just hangs like that on the seat back. Now here is a travel tip you may not have thought of. I am a big fan of carrying my backpack because I want to be hands-free, where I can just take my suitcase and then have my phone, or just have that hand free and not have to worry about keeping my purse balanced on my shoulder and stuff like that and being stressed while I travel. But I have recently gotten this weekender type bag because it slips on the arms or the handles of my carry-on suitcase. And so I can still go through with just as much storage. I can still go through the airport hands-free. But know this for the tip. Know that if they do not have room on the airplane overhead bins, that you cannot take that suitcase on board with you. They will check it at the gate for free in the belly of the airplane. And then it's going to go to baggage claim when you land at your destination. So know that you may have to lift and carry this through the airport to get to baggage claim when you're there. And the only reason I thought about this is because I had a subscriber say that she had this happen to her and she did not have the strength or the ability to carry that bag the whole way. So that's just something to think about. If you get your seat number or where you are supposed to be lining up at the boarding area, the good news is, if you're at the back of the line, is that you will most likely have an aisle seat, but the bad news is they will most likely not have any more room for your carry-on suitcase, and we'll have to check it and it'll go to baggage claim. Or if you're making a connection flight, it will connect to the next airplane. So my tip is, know that you might be separated from your bag, and if it gets lost, make sure you've taken all your essentials like your medicine, your IDs, all that, and put that in your personal item before you get separated from it. Even if you are traveling in 95-degree weather, the airplane and the airport could be freezing cold, and I just always dress in capris. I learned the hard way when I wore a skirt one time on the airplane a long time ago, and sandals, ready for summer vacation, and I froze on the airplane. But I also just I roll up a little hoodie and put it in the bottom of my backpack or my travel bag. A Diet Coke really does take triple the amount of time as it does to fill up a cup of a regular soda, because something about the Diet Coke's bubbles, they take a long time to dissipate up there in the air pressure of an airplane. Another travel tip has to do with flight attendants. Don't you love it when you get a fun and a friendly flight attendant? They can make or break your trip. Remember that they are there for our safety. Before the airplane takes off, and especially before we land, they have so many checklists that they need to do for our safety to secure everything. So that is not the time when I would hit the flight attendant call button to say, could I have a little more water? Or can you tell me where my gate is going to be coming from? Usually they announce that anyway, but remember that they are busy. They're not ignoring you, but they've got to get that stuff done before they land and right before they take off. Also know that flight attendants are required to say, the fasten seatbelt sign is on. Please stay seated, and if you choose to disobey that rule and their announcement, you are putting yourself in danger as well as the safety of the passengers who are obeying the rules. So let's be respectful and just follow the rules and wait just 5 minutes until something is cleared and we can try to get up then. Okay, here is one of the travel gadgets that I was talking about. I recently bought myself a foot hammock. It's great for long haul flights. I tried it out when I went to Florida the other day, and I will tell you this strap is super strong. So you're not gonna put all your weight on the hammock and it give way while you're flying. And another subscriber or a person on my Instagram, Travel Tips by Laurie, suggested or said that she was worried that every time I put my weight on the foot hammock that it was gonna pull on the seat back of the person who my foot hammock was attached to. But actually it doesn't pull on them at all. I tried it out and I can vouch for it. This goes over the tray table and hangs so low. It's like at the strongest part of where the tray table is attached to the seat that it does not do it at all. But that's a fun little gadget. I have another video of travel gifts for women that you can look at for other fun gadgets. All right, the second gadget that I have to talk about, I do not have it yet, but I'm working on getting it to try it out. It's called Spare Table. AIR is in the middle. This travel gadget would be great if you know you are going to be sitting in the window seat. It fits down in the window like an old-timey cup holder used to be when we rolled our windows down like that. And then the table comes out. Hey, Nathan. Hi. Say hey to everybody. The tray comes out, it's like the width of my hand, and you can fit a drink on there, a pen, and it has a grip section that would hold your phone. So you have maximized all the space, or you have all this extra space on your tray table now. I just think that is so cool. I have not heard back from the company. I'm trying to get it for free so I can try it out for y'all, but I will keep you in the loop. Anyway, I hope these tips have helped you know what to expect before you get on an airplane and help you know how to be a smarter traveler. Thank you for visiting my Travel Tips by Laurie YouTube channel.